One of the great new ideas is therapy online, which is becoming more and more popular, and my team offer this service. But how does it work when you're doing something as intimate as sex therapy online? One of my team, Evelyn, is going to talk about this, and Evelyn, as well as being a marital therapist, is also a sexual therapist. So, how does it work online when you're helping couples with their sex problems?
In some ways, it's not different because the procedure, shall we say, is the same. But at the same time, I want to get to know the couple first. We need to build up a rapport, some trust between us, and that can take some time at the beginning. But I think then once that has been established, it's probably not very different. We're using the same program, that doesn't change, and it's at the couple's own pace, which again, that's something I'm following. And to some couples, they're actually more relaxed because they're in their own environment and they're obviously talking to a screen. I'm at the other end of it. So it can have a lot of benefit from that point of view.
So, one of the core elements of sexual therapy is sensate focus. So, explain to us what sensate focus is.
So to do sensate focus, what it involves, there are a series of basic touching exercises, and they have 6 different stages, and they go from complete non-sexual touching, and we talk a lot about the senses, senses, speech,
Touch, smell.
and sight and sound, because those are very important parts, and we bring all that into sensate focused and touch in terms of learning about the body, about your partner's body, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. And the most important thing, though it's not always some couples, but it's also it involves a sexual ban.
And how is that different if you're doing it online from actually if they're coming to you in your office?
I don't think it's so very different. I think the warm up stage, if you like, at the beginning is probably takes longer because we do have to get to know each other. So, but the actual process is the same. I'm giving a couple a set of exercises as homework to go away and do, and they come back and talk about their experience, what they found difficult, what they found easier, and we then move on from there to actually hopefully becomes about having sexual intercourse at the end of it.
And are they actually doing any touch when you're present, or is this all done after the session?
That's really important. It's all done after the session. There is nothing that's done with me. It's that I'm giving them the homework to go away and do in their own time when they're hopefully uninterrupted. They can turn their phones off and just focus on each other.
And what do you think is the number one reason that people actually need help with sex?
A lot of it seems to be about lack of desire. Couples who've been together a while, as we know from the book that people come to us having read, um, feeling very different after a number of years, still thinking that there should be lots of excitement, and often, of course, that's not the case, really, realistically.
So there's a lot of sort of normalisation, really, because I think our expectations of sex is it's always going to be easy and it's always going to be passionate, it's always going to be plentiful. And if it isn't, there's something wrong with our connection. And I think we're here to say that you can have a great connection, but if you're not actually feeding your love life, then it's going to have problems.
Because yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's what I do a lot of the time is readjust expectations, bring it down to something more realistic, but also enjoyable. And so that's really, yeah, the sort of starting point to actually sort of go that route.
So it is possible to improve your sex life, but it requires some focus and some time, and to actually have somebody helping you provide that focus and encouraging you to set aside the time, and allowing you to speak more freely about sex, because it's a very intimate and difficult topic to talk about, is really helpful. So there's 2 members of my team who specialise in sexual functioning problems and lack of desire. And if you'd like to find out more, you can contact the team and we'll be very happy to help you.